honest conversation with myself. Hello. Hi. How are you doing today? I feel like my knees are full of wet sand and somewhere in my chest an alarm is going off. Maybe you should hit snooze. Yeah, maybe. But I've hit snooze about 5 times now, and lately it seems like all I'm doing is sleeping, waiting for bells to ring in my ribcage and vibrate straight through to my teeth. How are you feeling? What are you thinking? The past is what I'm running towards, while the future seems as relevant to me as what's happening on a horse track in Kentucky. What was the past like? I was a person with tiny fingers and ideas that transcended sidewalk chalk. Now, my fingers are trying to grab on to whatever feels warm. It's time for some new ideas. Like what? Buying bread, eggs, and cheese, so I'll eat for a week. Going to bed before 1 a.m. What time is it now? 1:46. When I see someone trip and fall, I will not let them feel embarrassed for taking the risk of putting one foot in front of the other. I will write less with paper and ink and more with the hearts of those that I love. I will always take care. Of who? Everyone. Does that include yourself? I have 10 toes and 10 fingers and 2 eyes, and I had braces in middle school just like everyone else. Sounds like you have it all figured out. I may swallow cotton balls to fill myself up. I may plug up my ears to listen to my brain think. I may shovel the wet sand from my knees, and I may turn all of my pictures to face the wall, but I'll be all right. Are you sure? Is anyone? But I've got a lot of anyones with me. I'll leave you to it then. We should do this more often. Probably. Goodbye. A letter to the girl who broke a heart that I love. It was easy to hate you at a distance, even though he loved you. It was easy to hate you through the glass of a screen where words are read and not said, and people are made up of pixels and gigabytes and vague memories. It was easy to love him in all the usual and unusual ways hearts find. The intellect he breathed, the passion he exuded, his ability to make me feel that when I put pen to paper, I was doing something important. And when I put a voice to words, I was somehow making them beautiful, and that I was special. It was hard to hate you when I met you. You were warm, flesh and blood, with hands that shook and eyes that blinked and lips that sung my praises as if jumping off of his tongue. And the champagne bubbled up in me, and I laughed and I hugged, and I saw the parts of you he saw. And I was happy and had stardust in my eyes. It was easy to hate you when he turned on a light, and all of the ugly things tried to disappear. Ugly things I cannot kill, that squirm and leech with the thoughts hearts think. Ugly things I would not wish, even on you. It is easy to hate you for your disregard towards his heart that opened a door for you to walk into, for your ignorance of his eyes that see through the lens of passion-fueled art, for your youth that did not recognize his mind, a part of him that if I could carry it around in my back pocket and peruse it as easily as a photo album, I would. Hopefully forgetting will be just as easy too. You will be a coin he made a wish on and threw in a fountain. The wish he will remember, the coin he will forget. All of the pieces that I love will be whole. The champagne will bubble up in me, and stardust will cover my eyes, and he will be happy, and I will be happy. I'm peeling the skin off of apricots with my teeth. Methodically, with precision and tenderness. I want to dance greedily and watch as eyes linger up and down and trace my body with looks they wish they could replace with fingers. I want to say, fuck you. I want to say, I love you. I want to say these to the same person. I want to tie our tongues together. I want to put on red lipstick underneath a red light, wing my eyeliner, wear a dress that's like slipping into a second layer of skin, have other girls say, see you next Tuesday. I want to kiss boys like they're the cure.
Yeah.
Trees. I've forgotten how we said we would be trees. I always thought that we would grow into one another. I've forgotten your face. The edges of your ears have grown fuzzy, and I can't remember the difference between your upturned lips and your gritted teeth. I've forgotten how your laugh rang inside my ribcage like silver bells. I drank it like whiskey. I got drunk off your delight. I've forgotten how waves would crash behind your pupils and I would taste salt water on my lips. I've forgotten how I wanted those waves to crash over me. I've forgotten how you would write your turns of phrase directly on my skin, so I would always be their home. You kissed me with your words, and they claimed my heart as yours. I've forgotten how the weeds snaked round my wrists and just tried to disguise themselves as flowers. I convinced myself they were too, and let them fester in my veins. I've forgotten how symphonies would echo in your bones and shake the insides of your eyelids. You must have never known that I could hear the music too. I've forgotten how my lungs would fill with honey every time you looked past me. I'll always wonder what you saw. I've forgotten how we said we would be trees. I always thought we would grow into one another. To my future son, far in the future. I hope you are gay. I don't hope you are gay, but if you are gay, I hope our home is filled with so much love that your coming out would be like the sun coming out after 5 days of rain. I hope you have my eyes and your father's smile. I haven't met him yet, but I am sure the first thing I fall in love with is his smile. I hope you have a father who teaches you how to play football and to waltz, and the difference between a Phillips and a flathead, and how to sew a button on, and to never be afraid of wearing your emotions on your sleeve. None of these make you any more or less a man, just a capable human being. I hope you read all the Harry Potter books. If you do, read them slowly, because when they are over, they are over. This is true of many things. If your heart is ever broken, let me rephrase that. When your heart is broken, because all hearts break, I hope you come to me, knowing that I can't fix it, but I can guide you on the path of finding someone who can. I hope you never stay angry at me for too long. Anger shouldn't take up too much space in your mind and none in your heart. Leave room for more important things. I hope that your main currency is kindness and your strongest weapon is empathy. And your most potent medicine is hugs, given abundantly and frequently. These things I hope you inherit from both your parents. If there's ever a day where you have to choose between your friends and your family, remember that the friends are the family you choose, and you can choose to be friends with your family. Always remember that I am pretty smart, or at least I'm getting there. I hope you listen to me, and I hope you listen to your father, but always listen to yourself first. At some point, you might be all you've got, and that's not the time to be questioning who you are. But it's something you'll always be wondering. If you are ever in the presence of a girl and she trips and falls, help her. Help her laugh about it. Laugh. And smile. If you have your father's smile, she might fall in love. I look forward to meeting you far in the future. Yes. Thank you guys.